OK then, how about this? An Easter card with a difference. Take an A4 size piece of thin card or thick paper, preferably a nice light colour, and then draw a straight line with a ruler that's roughly a quarter of the way up the card. And then into the top section, draw an Easter rabbit. And here's a good design for an Easter rabbit. If you start with a sort of oval shape, a little bit flattened oval, and then put another flattened oval on the top like that, and then two floppy feet, one either side like that, and then two floppy ears, one there and one up there like that. And it's a sort of rabbit from the back. And then draw a 6 centimetre square underneath the line that's actually underneath the rabbit's bottom. Now I'm just doing this very roughly to show you. You can measure it up and do it with a ruler. I'll straighten it up when I cut it out. So it looks like the rabbit is sitting on a 6 centimetre square box. And then take 2 pieces of chalk, a piece of white chalk and a piece of coloured chalk, and with the coloured chalk just do some shading around the right-hand side of each part of your rabbit's body. So I'm just going to rub the chalk in nice and thick around this right-hand edge of each part of its body. And one more up on the ear there, just along the right-hand edge. And then, when you've done that, take the other piece of chalk, the white chalk, and do the opposite. Do some highlights along the left-hand edge of each part of the rabbit's body. So I'm just picking out those left-hand edges and creating a sort of white chalk highlight. And again, you put the chalk on nice and thick. There you go. And again, just looking for those left-hand highlights. And then, when you've done that, just blow the chalk off, the excess dust, and the clever bit. With your finger, just smudge the chalk into the centre of each part of the rabbit's body. See how I'm doing this? I'm just smudging, first of all, that blue chalk on the right-hand edge in towards the centre, and then the white chalk, which is the highlight on the left-hand edge, also into the centre, just like that. And the effect I'm looking for is a sort of fluffy, fuzzy rabbit effect. There it is. Then take a piece of black chalk pastel or black charcoal and just pick out the outline of each of the parts of the rabbit's body that you've drawn. And you just keep very carefully to the lines like that. And you know, if you haven't got chalk or charcoal, you can use black wax crayon. If you just do it very lightly, you get the same effect. And when you've drawn your black outline, just run your finger along each of those lines. Again, just to create a fuzzy line effect. You don't want to smudge it too much this time. And round it goes. It's great fun to do this, because it's messy. And again, it's that fuzzy, fluffy effect that you're looking for. And then you can leave it like that, or to give it a really professional finish, you can cover it in sticky back plastic. And the advantage of that is it also protects the chalk. So just, it can be a bit tricky to do this, so take your time with it. And just put the sticky back plastic out like that. And then place my rabbit on top of the plastic, push it down, and it looks something like that. Look at that. There he is, the old Easter bunny. Then cut him out, and when you've cut him out, turn him over, and just fold the square back across its bottom, and then with a pair of scissors, just very carefully snip a slot that goes halfway across that square. And The idea is to separate half of the square from the rabbit's bum and then snip a small triangle out there. Now watch this. If you fold that square in half up to where you've cut out the triangle, like that, and then fold the rabbit back onto the whole thing like that, when you open it out and you lift up that flap, it stands up by itself. Isn't that a good effect? Then just open it out again, lay it down and put a dab of glue onto its bottom where the tail should go, and take a cotton wool ball or just a clump of cotton wool and press that on, and then you can write a message on the back of it, sneak into someone's bedroom the night before Easter morning and leave it for them as a surprise. Or better still, put one up around the house for everyone to see. Or you could try this, an Easter egg shape that's just an oval sitting on a 6 centimetre square. Try it yourself. An Easter card with a difference. Oh yeah, and perhaps the most important thing of all, have a happy Easter, and I'll see you next time. Ta-ra.